Somehow, someway, you guys, I've never had cheeseburger macaroni from Mr. Hamburger Helper himself.
May I help you?
Sure, I'll have a cheeseburger, man.
Cheeseburger macaroni? That's our specialty.
You guys, hello, hi, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Sean's First Time Eating, the show where every donation, big or small, leads to another episode of the vlog.
Cheeseburger macaroni!
80-20, only the best. Happy Monday evening, so glad you guys are here. When the weather's cold, even when it's warm, I feel like Hamburger Helper hits the spot. And you may be thinking, well, if you're so familiar with Hamburger Helper, Sean, and also that's not a way to cook, how is it on Sean's First Time Eating? Well, I've actually only ever had the beef pasta, which I looked up online hilariously, and people are just going to BettyCrocker.com and writing reviews of it. And for whatever reason, most of them are not kind. Oh, Betty, 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 what have you done to ruin what used to be a great quick dinner? Betty's not real. Okay, convenient, but super bland. You guys, calm down.
Tonight, that pound of hamburger will really come in handy.
Get it? Handy?
And it is my honor to present the nominees for Best Handjob by an Actress in a Leading Role.
I'm so glad you guys are here for another episode, sitting at my counter, hanging out. Let's give it up today for the person that made this video possible, Mr. John Farber. Hi, John. I'm one of those like robot. Hello, thank you for coming. I love John's donation because he didn't have a food recommendation. He just, quote, love the YouTubes. That sounds like Borat would be like, I love the YouTubes. Yeah, they're nice, YouTube, yeah.
Listen, pussycat, smile a bit.
And I picked this up a while ago. I was excited to do this for Sean's First Time Eating because I feel like it's insane that I've never made this before, even in a video, but had it myself. Even in college, when I went through a vicious pastaroni phase.
And you'll hear,
Oh, please!
Roni, leave the wine behind.
The Alfredo pasta pastaroni 10 for 10. Deadly. Now, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Sean, and also my dad was a butcher for 40 years, so we were mixing a lot of ground beef in with pastas and rices and things like that, but we never made just the cheeseburger macaroni. We'd either make macaroni and then mix the meat in, or make more of like a pot roasty egg noodle dish, like stuff like that. So this I'm excited for, because this is iconic. And this dude, this little four-finger
Give me 5.
Would you settle for 4?
glove who's obsessed with these wooden spoons, who I think's indirectly or very directly related to both the Michelin Man and the Pillsbury Doughboy. What is Christmas like in that house?
I'll get it together. I promise.
Everybody knows the brand. I bet just about everybody has probably made this themselves. So today, as you guys watch me eat this and make this, please let me know if you've had cheeseburger macaroni from Hamburger Helper, your thoughts on that Betty Crocker sub-brand, and if this is nostalgic for you, like did you grow up eating this? We just stuck to the favorites, the things we really liked in our household growing up, and Hamburger Helper just wasn't one of them. Like my mom would use ground beef to make this really good like red sauce pasta where the meat sauce was just mwah. And we loved casseroles. We were a casserole family, but not this. Little bowl for draining. Don't put your damn grease down the sink. I don't care if you're renting, you're owning, don't do it.
My God, you're greasy.
Guy that lives below me, he did that. And the grease trap in my building overflowed and nobody could use their water for like 3 days. So don't be like that dick. Hope you can hear me through the drain pipes.
What are you doing?
I just want a little privacy for us, all right?
All right, we're gonna add our hot water. And then after the hot water, the milk, sauce mix, and pasta heat to boiling. Man, what a concoction. Before it's cooked, wow. This was a really big thing like growing up for families, was just getting some ground beef and adding it to a boxed thing, you know? It was like such the staple. It was like fast meals, ground beef was the staple. Everything in one pan, mix it in, dinner's done. Like, I think that's the backbone of American meals from like the 60s till 1997. I mean, even before the noodles are cooked, you're crazy if you don't think that looks good. And that, put the American flag over that. That's just America right there. Rory, we don't have time for you today. We're hungry. So, Rory, I'm sorry. We gotta mix you. I'm sorry. Sorry, that was Rory Boyle. He's a handful. You gotta hurry up and get him down to gentle boil or he'll start to be real annoying. And when I say real annoying, I mean offensive. So we stir and we move on. That's good that at least I didn't make any noise. All right, we're gonna cover this. We're gonna simmer 12 minutes, stirring occasionally. While we wait, let's do a few questions and answers from the bowl from last week. People said they wanted to keep that going, so we'll keep that going for a couple questions. Every few videos, you know, just kind of throw this in. Patrick Windez, question, what's your favorite Chicago brewery? That's a great question. It changes all the time. I think if I had to narrow it down to one, I wouldn't, but I know it'd probably be two. I would say right now it's probably Half Acre. Half Acre is always like the beer that whatever beer I get from them, I am obsessed with that beer for like a month. It's like when you hear a song on the radio and you just want to keep hearing that song, but then you kind of don't want to hear it ever again. Then I take like a break from Half Acre and then I come back. They're like Ed Sheeran. What? Or Maplewood. Half Acre and Maplewood right now make the beer that gets me the most excited to drink, if that makes sense. Jesse Moths, what video production project you've been involved in are you most proud of? So when I first got to Chicago, and I didn't have a lot of like bigger projects under my belt, that it's something I've worked on, because I was such a daily editor like this. Like, I like to shoot something, get it out, and then move on. Like, I love that journalism style of things. I got to go to South by Southwest. I think I was only in Chicago for like 2 months, and I got to be the lead cinematographer on a documentary about a Chicago-based hip-hop rap artist named St. Millie. If you watch Number 6 with Cheese, you've probably seen him in episodes. You've seen us see him at different music venues. I got to kind of shoot this like 5-6 part series, episodic, kind of like how Netflix will drop things, all about this young Chicago rapper trying to make it in the industry here. And I'm so proud of it. I go back and watch it sometimes to this day, because this was probably 2013, and I'm still so proud of that. I remember releasing that trailer, literally having a beer later that night and being like, oh my God, like this trailer looks as good as anything that anybody else is putting out. And I was like in my mid-20s and never really done anything like that. So that project still to this day, I kind of hang my hat on. It's looking good, by the way. That was one of our stirs. Let's do one more question. Tom's Test Kitchen. I really want to try that curry ramen. It was really good. My question, are you related to Ryan Reynolds? There's that thing when you make content online for so long that you start to like develop the same doppelganger comments over so many years. And the ones that I get the most are Canelo Alvarez, the fighter, the Mexican trained assassin. I get that one probably the most. And then I'll get, you know, like Tintin and like Archie. But then for whatever reason, I get Ryan Reynolds a lot, like the ginger version or the pale version or like the Walmart, the Costco version of Ryan Reynolds. And I'll take that any day of the week. Like, no, we're not related, and no, I'm nowhere close to that physical specimen of perfection. Also incredible actor. But the fact that I've read that online as many times as I have still blows my mind. So no, but hopefully. What the shit? I do kind of approach the world the way Deadpool does, so.
You really gonna f this up for me?
All right, let's turn this heat off. Whew. 12 minutes, we're good to go. It looks amazing. I did a little over a pound of meat, so this is more of the noodles is kind of, you know, secondary to the beef. I think that's kind of how it always was though. Like in the photo, they make it look like there's way more noodles, but if you actually use a pound of beef, there's just way more beef than noodles. Fancy bowls, Applebee's on a date night. Cheeseburger, macaroni, Hamburger Helper on a winter day in Chicago, Illinois. Look how much, that looks good though, dude. I definitely see why this is as popular as it was. It smells incredible. It's just warmth. It's winter coat for your diet. I'm very excited to read your guys' comments about this stuff. All right, John, huge thanks for the donation. Thanks for another video. Remember, every single donation leads to a video, and we're gonna go for as long as we can until the donations run out. We're approaching 55-ish days in a row. Hamburger Helper, Cheeseburger Macaroni. Cheers. It's one of those things that I've never bought this, I've never made it. It still tastes nostalgic. Like, biting into that tastes like I've had it before. It's really weird. The cheese packet that they provide you just gives it such a nice flavor. And then ground beef and noodles like this, because it's like the chunkier macaroni noodle, it holds together well. It all kind of like sticks together for the most part. So there's a really nice texture. And they use real cheese. There's no colors from anything artificial. I'm so glad I did this like in February, because I was out and about shooting all day today, in and out of the car, running and doing errands, off the train, on the train. And it was a nicer day today, but it was still kind of like at the end of it, you're like, I think my core is cold. So coming home and making this, it's really nice. It's like situational, you know? When I lived in Jacksonville Beach, I wouldn't have been eating this. Okay, real quick, a couple other products from it. Let's see the ones that I have had, because I want you guys to list the ones you've had, especially this, but maybe there's some other bangers. They have so many products. Okay, the beef pasta, like we said. I think I've had the cheesy enchilada. That one looks super familiar. The deluxe beef stroganoff, I have definitely had. That was like a staple. That one found its way into my life for sure. It's a weird way to say it. And then sadly enough, the ones I've probably had the most or the most times were the tuna helpers. The tuna cheesy pasta and then the creamy broccoli. I've never had tetrazzini, whoa. And then they have a spaghetti, which I'd love to try. So I've definitely had like a good chunk of the lineup, just never this one. I don't know, this one just kind of never appealed to me for some reason. It's really damn good. Like, it sucks that it's so good. Wow. If I was putting modifications on this, because for the first time eating, I really do like to eat it the way it's meant to be prepared on the box, but I would add more shredded cheese. Like on top of that, at the last minute, I would let that all melt on. I would do cut up jalapenos, probably some onions, some hot sauce, and then probably like a dollop of sour cream on top of that. Like if I was really trying to like zhuzh it up. I'm sure everybody kind of has their like go-to additions for stuff like this. I just really like making it as is. Like sometimes people comment and they're like, why don't you put this and this? Listen, I could do all of that, but I really like to do it as is. The noodles are perfect. The seasoning packet is great. This takes 20 minutes to make. It's a win. I should have been eating that one growing up. That's on me. Let me hear it. That's on me. John, once again, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you guys for joining me here today on your Monday evenings. I hope everybody's having a great start to the week. I hope you guys are good, staying strong. We're kind of in that weird end of February, start of March, like purgatory of like winter to spring. It kind of jumps up in temperature and then it's gonna go back down and just crush us and then back up again, you know? So let's stay resilient. Let's be there for each other. And if you guys want to support, ooh, good segue of supporting each other, hit the Venmo.
And I say, let the conversation begin.
Hit the Venmo, the Cash App, the PayPal. If you have a donation of something you want to see me eat, I'll do it on the show. I'll make an episode about it, and it will keep this train going of a new episode every single day. So thank you guys. I love each and every one of you. One last bite here to let you go on with your Mondays and kick ass this week. Let's get a lot. It's amazing how much can fit on the fork, truly. Weird oven glove that's always smiling with a clown nose. Nice job. Mm-hmm.